Welcome, everyone, to the Hardin Local Weekly podcast. I'm Rachel Brantingham, and we are so glad you're here with us today. Summer, of course, is in full swing in Hardin County, and we've got a great show. Jon, you've got a big week of events, including a free Louisville Orchestra concert Friday night at Freeman Lake. You're not going to want to miss that, guys. Nate's, of course, back with our business buzz, and we've got your weekly housing and market update, too. So let me bring up the crew and introduce you guys. This is Phil Tall. He is our creator of Hardin Local. We've got Scott Lucas, who is my co-host. We've got Jon O'Brien with events and happenings. Oh, I love your camera's just flipping all around.
It's been doing that.
We've got Nate Bryan with our business news and updates. And of course, I am Rachel Brantingham, your housing market update. Let's see here, kind of jumping forward. You'll notice our spotlight on screen today. It is one that's close to home. It's us. Hardin Local is bringing back our candidate interviews for the November general elections, and we are down to the final stretch. If you're a candidate running opposed and you didn't sit down with us during the primary, this is your shot, guys, and the window is quickly closing. I'll tell you exactly how to register in a second. For now, keep an eye on that hardinlocal.com elections link on your screen. Before anything else, here's the one thing I really want you to do today. Go to hardinlocal.com and create your free account, okay? Here's why it's worth the 10 seconds that it takes. Every week, we drop episodes, events, and stories straight to your inbox with our free weekly email, plus bonus content on the website you can't get anywhere else. It's completely free. We just really want you guys plugged in. Go to hardinlocal.com, click the link, sign up, and drop a comment once you're in so we can, of course, shout you out. So make sure you let us know as you sign up and do that. We are also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. So make sure to follow us at whichever one you prefer to listen to your podcasts on. My preference is Spotify, so I always go and listen to us on Spotify. Follow on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, and if you're on Facebook right now, go ahead and hit the follow button for me. We love to interact with you guys during the show. I love to see your comments, so tell us you're watching, tell us hi. If you've got any questions during us sharing. Hi, Karen.
She said it was easy to sign up on Hardin Local. I just saw her sign up on the email, so thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you, Carrie. If you've got questions, if you've got events that you want us to share or business tips, make sure to drop those in the chat. We like to, so occasionally we'll bring them up during the actual show and read them real time, or we'll reference them all at the end of the podcast. So make sure you drop your comments. We'd love to interact with you guys. All right, Phil, I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, like you mentioned at the top, our candidate interviews are back for November and registration closes July 5th. So we're down to the wire on that. You got a couple more weeks. If you're running opposed in the general election and you didn't get to interview with us, instead of being annoyed, maybe, like Jon is about his camera right now, you could just sign up with us this time and we'll make sure you're on there. Here's all you got to do. Go to hardinlocal.com/elections, find the registration button in the Hardin Local website and complete the form by July 5th. That's hardinlocal.com/election. For those that are visual, it's also in the comments. You can find that really easy. And do it by July 5th. And that's when registration closes, just because it takes me so much time to do all the logistics on this. So we hope that you will do that. And now a quick word for the business owners watching, or business owners' wives, or business owner friends. As a lot of you know, we've started monetizing Hardin Local, and sponsorship is a great way to get your business in front of thousands of people right here in Hardin County every week. If that's something you'd want to explore, go to hardinlocal.com/sponsor, hardinlocal.com/sponsor, or you can go to hardinlocal.com and scroll down to the bottom. It's a link on the bottom. To learn more, just text me, Phil, at 270-312-2910. 270-312-2910. Send me your name, your business name, and say I'm interested in Hardin Local sponsorship, and I'll personally get right back to you. And before we move on, I do want to take a quick minute just to thank the businesses that are trusting us as we grow. Thank you to our recent sponsors, including the Getaway Campground, Heartland Mini Golf, and Riders Market in Upton. Special shout out to Stu and Renee Sullivan and their teams. A big thank you as well to Member Medical, Malibu Jacks, Lead Pest Control, and Riverside Marketing, along with the Plumbing Doctor and Omni Design Group. I wanted to make sure I mentioned every one of you because we don't take you for granted. And if you'd like to join them, or if you guys that have already sponsored want to sponsor again, give us a call, text me, or go to hardinlocal.com/sponsor. And does anybody else have any announcements?
Well, with summer here, everybody's question, probably mine is, what do you do to beat the heat around here? You have a spot or maybe a routine. And for us, it's Summer Spring.
Yeah. Hello, Kat. Thank you for commenting. We're glad you're watching. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions during the show.
Yeah.
And also, just a quick note. I know I didn't put this on here. Friday, me and Nate did an episode of what we're calling Bryan.
And Scott.
Oh, Scott. Yeah, you were on there too. Sorry, I almost forgot. We've done a couple of these, me and Nate, just on Friday mornings around 10:30. And we did, last week, we did a discussion on the Steel Grove Amphitheater. And the weekend before that, I think, what did we do? The mall? We did a special update on the mall. And so we may not do these every Friday, but Nate and me are going to try to do them as often as there's something to talk about. We're calling it Bryan's Banter. And it's more of like a conversation slash, what we call it? Conversation slash commentary, word on the street. It's more, it's definitely not journalism. It's more us just talking about our community and different stories. Yeah. So, when you see that pop up, that'll be on Fridays when we do it. And those will be exclusive. At least the full video. We'll still put the video out in live. You can watch that, but we'll also have it on our website where you have to be a member to watch like the full edited version after. So yeah, I think that's about it. Also, Snow Dogs just said that Snow Dogs is here watching. Anyone that sees this post can buy one, get one free on any shaved ice today till 4:30. Exclusive to your viewers. Snow Dog, where you guys at? Where are you at? Let us know.
I'm gonna have to tell my name. I was going through my, she has one of my credit cards for the boys, and I was going through my credit card statements, and Snow Dogs is on there a lot. So I'm gonna have to tell her they're buy one, get one free.
Heck yes. Thank you guys. Just let us know where you're at.
Scott, in answer to your question, one of the ways, of course, my boys are older now, and so it looks more like sports and all the things during the summer months. But when they were little, the splash pad at the American Legion Park was literally a lifesaver. I would go there, you can close the gate, and they stay inside, and they just run and play. Some of my favorite memories of them as little babies here in growing up in Elizabethtown. Super cool space. If you've got little ones, American Legion did Freeman Lake was going to also create a splash pad. Is it open? Obviously, I don't look for them anymore because my kids are older than that. But I knew they would be getting one, but I know American Legion's is amazing. So
it really is. Is that?
I don't think they have one yet. I don't think they have one yet. They've got that place called the Oasis. They have their playground's called the Oasis, but there's no water involved.
Okay, I think it's on the list of things. Nate, you need to check on that for us.
Dogs is at Lowe's, you all. Just so you know, if you want that, buy one, get one free shaved ice. And Scott, did you already ask that icebreaker question? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
anything with the water,
another
anything with the water is a thing. I love going down like White Mills area and kayaking. That's one of my favorite. I got a buddy, Chris Jones, I go down there with, and he knows all the cool spots, and we hop out and kind of just chill in the water, nice and cool. If a pool is warm, I do not like it. So I like that creek and that river.
Jon, I'm going to text you about that because I want to take the boys this weekend. I was just thinking before the summer is over, I want to take them canoeing or kayaking or rafting, or I'm going to text you about how to do that exactly.
Yeah. For sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just, I know back in the day when I was younger, it would just be like being out on the farm when it was so hot. We would just love to go to my grandma's into the AC. She'd make us some cold drinks and we'd watch TV. But now that I'm older, it's just kind of like, I guess I got away from like some of it, but I do have one thing that I really like doing in the summer, and that is to go to the lake.
Always good to be around water.
Nolan or Rough? Or
No land.
Green?
Usually I go to your brother's cabin. Is usually where I go. And so, yeah.
Anybody's looking for a lake house, I've got a bunch coming up on Nolan Lake. So
Yeah, that's a great feed into that. It's a great place to have a lake house too.
it really
And
is.
It's close,
you can
30 minutes away, and
you can get there, leave work at noon on Friday, go down and spend a long weekend, and it's only 30 minutes back. So, and it's really nice down there. So,
really nice.
Nate, did you have one to throw in?
Not really, not too much. What was the?
How do you stay cold? Is it like those drinks you get at QT?
The QT drink is good. I mean, I do love my Jolly Ranchers. I think it's called a smoothie, even though it's really a slushy. I don't know how they get smoothie, but I think smoothie. I think ice cream. I think slushy. I think ice and frozen. I will say, whenever we went to Disney a few weeks ago, we just stayed at the pool. Like, we stayed in the Polynesian pool for probably hours on end. Got out to either use the services or like eat or drink, and then went back to the pool again. And we stayed there all day.
Yeah,
It would have been Eat Out Swim a long time ago. I wasn't really a huge fan of that. And I never went to Sports Lake. I'm not a lake swimmer at all. Florida, I go to Panama City Beach every year, but usually my summer thing was like Eat Out Swim and just chill at the pool.
Here you go.
All right, well, audience, we want to know what you guys are doing. Is it a certain restaurant that you frequent? Do you got to get ice cream? Do you like a specific place here in Elizabethtown? We want to know what you guys are doing to beat the heat, because it is warm out there. So,
Laura Null just commented with another idea. White Bill's kayak landing on Nolan River, K Road across from the Hardin County water treatment plant, 2 to 3 hours float. Get our Web Mills, or I guess at Web Mills Landing, all provided free by the White Mills Civic League. So that's kind
I just took a picture of that comment because I got to follow this down and take the boys this weekend. So
yeah, it sounds cool. I didn't know that they offered a full service like that. Laura, what did they offer for free? Does that mean you bring your own kayak, or is it just the landing and the exit? Let us know what part of that's free and what you have to bring to do that. Thank you.
And I think they would like rafts better. Is it kayaks and canoes, or is it rafts? Because I think they're going to be a wreck if they're confined to a boat. So
I
know we would.
All right, John, you ready to jump into events? I'm so excited to hear what this week looks like in Hardin County.
I got my big arms, my long arms right now. We'll see if I turn sideways with these things.
This camera is cracking me up.
All right. So we've got a busy week. I want to start off, though, by saying Friday is packed. It's 62626, and it's also one of my favorite people's birthday. Jalen, it's your birthday. It's awesome. We're going to do some fun stuff. Some of these may be the fun things, but happy birthday to you, Jalen. Louisville Orchestra is going to be out at Freeman Lake. Free show, free concert. Again, they don't provide chairs or anything like that, but take blankets, take chairs. It's going to be a great time. Gates are at 7:30. The show's at 8:30. If you think that's a little too late for the kids, because sometimes that's late for the kids, guess what? You can still check out the orchestra, because they're going to be at the library doing the Very Hungry Caterpillar earlier that day at 2 p.m. So make sure you do not miss that. Two times the orchestra's playing in E-Town that same day. So there's no reason to miss any of these. Come out, check it out. This is a thing that doesn't happen that often, and it's going to be a great time. Saturday is also loaded. We've got the Little Blue House series, next installment. The Jenkins Twins are going to be playing. 7 p.m. is when they're playing. The doors are at 6. It's a $10 to just a donation. You can give more. They would appreciate that. You're going to get to see a great show. So $10 is cheap. So give what you can. But again, it's a great time. And if you haven't been to one of these, you need to check it out. The Cousins Maine Lobster truck's going to be in Radcliff. We have an opening of a new salon, Shear Genius, on 107 North Main Street. And we have a kids creative market in Radcliff, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. From these things, what are you guys feeling? What do you want to do?
I bet the Louisville Orchestra is where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
I bet I did take off Friday. Friday is my birthday. I do turn 45.
Oh, your birthday too.
Yeah.
So you're an Experiment 626 as well. You're a Stanford
I am a
kid?
626. I am.
There you go.
definite stitch.
All right.
My mom's actually has in her retirement. She's with the hospital been with the hospital and area medical for over 40 years. She's got her retirement on Friday. That wasn't designed around my birthday. That just happened when my birthday was on Saturday. Her retirement still would have been Friday. So that wasn't designed or anything like that. But I do plan, if the weather's good, I do plan on being at the Louisville Orchestra.
And again, well, happy early birthday to you too, Nate. Yeah.
And
How
also,
old are we?
45.
All right.
Also a reminder, because we have teamed up with our friends at Cosmic Golf in the past. Special event Friday is $6 after 6 o'clock on the sixes. So 626 is a 6. So if you want miniature golf, putting course. They have a putting course. The indoor putting course at Cosmic will be $6 when it's usually like 14, 15. So you're getting over 60% off. They liked my idea. They worked with us. They loved it. And so $6 at $6 after 6 on the 26th.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Like that.
Another big thing that's this weekend, if you're getting outside, again, I know it's going to be warm, but hey, the Turtle Walk with Dr. Paul Gerard. It's a new location this year too, which is kind of cool. I'm excited that it's going to be downtown here at the Haycraft Trail heading on out. 2 p.m. on Sunday. Parking's limited, but guess what? In that area it is, but you can park at the Justice Center across that street. You got a nice little crosswalk there. Make sure you go across the crosswalk, gang. Don't be going just willy-nilly. Go to the crosswalk, walk on down. There's a cool little trailhead right there. It's got some tables, some cornhole boards, ping pong tables out there. If you're feeling wild, don't want to play a little ping pong, you got to bring your paddle and balls and things. But beforehand, you can do that. Then he's going to tell you all about the animals and things like that on the walk. And it is one not to be missed. And also, Sunday night, we're kicking off the 4th of July a little early. Nate, what you got on that?
We have fireworks at Mount Zion, I believe how you say it.
Yep.
Mount Zion Church. They have a firework display. I did not know about that until I think yesterday. So I saw it somewhere. But public, you don't have to be a member of that church at all. It's non-denominational. Anybody's free to attend. Doesn't matter if you're from E-Town, Radcliff, Fort Knox, Hardin County, Leroy, Meade, wherever you want to come from. If you want to get an early look at fireworks, which would be me, because I will not be in town for any of the fireworks shows from the 3rd, 4th, or 5th. I will be gone to Panama City Beach. So I'll see a nice one down there. If you want to get an early look at fireworks, or your kids really love fireworks, there's like extra chance to get some more.
Very cool. All right. And that's just a taste of what we got going on this week. All right. Gang, we got a lot of stuff. Guess where you can find all that? HardinLocal.com/this week. It's going to tell you all the things. Sign up. Get out there. We're going to have that free weekly email. You'll get everything. You don't even have to go anywhere. We'll let you know what's going on. So sign up.
Thank you, John. We're gonna sing him out. I cannot get over your arms in this camera angle. Like they're like 10 miles long.
It's pretty. Like I said, I've got long arms already, but like it does exaggerate them a little bit.
All right, guys. Well, thank you, John. It sounds like just a ton going on. I'm excited. I just love the summer months here. There's so many fun activities. Get out. Enjoy this beautiful community that we live in. There's all kinds of things. You can find the right fit for whatever your particular taste and enjoyment level are. Just go to hardinlocal.com to find those full calendar of events. There's so many. It would take us the whole podcast to read every single one of them. So make sure you go there. Real quick, while I've got you, those Hardin Local candidate interviews for November, they're open right now. And registration, as Phil mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, closes July 5th. So if you have not had the opportunity to sit down and share where you stand and who you are, this is your opportunity. If you're running a post in the general and you want voters to actually hear from you, go to hardinlocal.com/elections and register before July 5th. Okay, Nate, you ready to get into the business buzz for the week?
I am. We got all sorts of stuff.
And before you start, Nate, my whole computer crashed and everything. So we have some comments we should probably cover that we hadn't covered yet.
Good tech guy.
Yeah, Spice and Ice's watch. Good to see ya. We also have Pam Nolly talking about there's a display of the history of Elizabethtown, Kentucky that I put on the Hardin County Museum. Go check it out and learn more about the history of Elizabethtown.
Cool,
Thank you,
Pam.
Pam.
That's pretty cool. Hey, that's interesting. I've got a book right here. It's the Haycraft History of Elizabeth
cool.
Kentucky. That's wild that she posted that. She saw my book,
Didn't it?
Yeah.
She may have. You never know. And then we also got a reminder here that food truck night tonight at Hardin County's Farmer Market, Phillips Grove, Wednesday night at Thurman's Landing in Sonora, and every Monday in Glendale, 5 to 8. Next one is July 29th. There's a brand new Ruritan Cecilia that doesn't fit, but guess what, guys? I came prepared for this one. Bam! The Ruritan stage food truck in Cecilia roundup. They're going to do it the last Fridays the next 4 months. The first one will be this Friday, June 26th. So that will be in Cecilia by Cecilia Baptist Church up there by post office by the Ruritan building. All right, Nate, sorry about that. There's a couple other ones. Oh, wait, I did want to bring Laura and all back up because we talked about it before I crashed. There's a landing to put the kayaks in and a parking area to get out of the river. Parking provided at both landings, kayaks, tubes, canoes, all welcome. Donations accepted for landing upkeep. And there's also a wildlife jacket loaner program, it looks like, at the White Mills entry point. So if you don't have a life jacket, you can get a loaner one there. All right. We also got Carrie. I didn't want to pass her up. We got a lot of comments. Thank you guys for your comments. If I hadn't crashed, we would have brought these up during events. Bike night tonight at Cosmic Golf. Thank you, Carrie.
Nice.
And yeah, we're good for now. Go for it, Nick.
All right. Starting off, it's what me, Phil, and Mr. Lucas talked about on Friday. The E-Town's Amphitheater, which opens in 2027, has a name. Still Grove. It has a opening date, 2027. Has a new GM, which got announced. We did not know this when we did our show. The new GM, I didn't see this anywhere. It wasn't even local. I had to find it on Polestar. Sherilyn Mayhew is the GM. Her resume is incredible. I mean, it is top notch. And then, so between the GM having a lot of experience, but she's worked in Austin, which is all that stuff. Just go read our Still Grove stuff. We have all sorts of stuff. What it means.
You can find it at hardinlocal.com on the homepage. There's a link to it.
But Sherilyn Mayhew has worked with Austin City Limits, which I think a lot of people know, especially in the music scene. And most of the time, she's worked with venues like that. But to get one, this will be their first time getting one started. But I think she's ready for this opportunity. You're also, again, you're with Danny Wimmer Productions, which is John knows the music scene up there. They're very well respected. It's ran by the sports. Same people that run the sports park will be running this, and that's a well respected. So I think it's got a lot of good things going its way. The only thing I didn't like is I saw a quote from Jeff Gregory and said that we hope to do more shows between like Monday and Thursday because we're already packed on Fridays and Saturdays. And I really don't hate that idea. I think it's a good idea to keep more stuff together because the sports park is going to keep us busy Friday, Saturday. But personally, I work Monday through Friday. So I can't see the shows at the same theater on Friday. So having more shows Monday through Thursday doesn't do me any good either.
And a lot of big acts don't like to do like week shows. Like they like the weekend shows. You know, most big acts like those weekend shows. So that's going to be interesting.
And another concern I had is like if they're already going to like Louisville or Lexington for Saturday, would they really want to perform on E-Town the night before? And do you kind of pull away from people that would go to Rupp or Louisville or Riverbend or whatever? That logic kind of bothers me. Like I would love to have big acts on Saturdays because I think we, as we saw Rachel was out there, I was out there, Phil was out there, John was out there. The country concert killed it. I mean, it was awesome. It was a fun experience. People showed up. So I think if you do a weekend show, people will show.
I still think they're going to do weekend shows. They just might try to have some during the week ones.
Yeah, and that's fine. I just can't take off work every time there's a weekend or a weekly show. But I would prefer Saturdays. I would do my best to be there. Yeah, but I think it's been great for the community. It's another option that a lot of people don't have, and I believe that we're going to be able to bring in a lot of good acts. So I'm confident this is going to be a success. Okie dokie.
Yeah. So, audience, what would you have named the amphitheater if you had a chance? Which act do you most want to see at Still Grove? And honestly, what do you think about the name? You can go to our website, hardinlocal.com, and pull up the article and the full video. I think we kind of came to the conclusion that Name could have been better, but at the same time, it won't matter. It's a great home run for our community.
Yeah, people are going to call it what they want to call it.
Yeah, they are.
Like, hey, you're just going to the amp on Saturday. You're going to the show. I mean, it could just become as simple as that. People will call it what they want to call it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I still call the hospital HMH. So
Did they give a background as to why the name was selected?
yes, they did. So it is. If you've seen the picture, it is very steel dominant. I mean, I was hoping for like wood and rocks, and because when they mentioned red rocks, I was like, okay. But it's good thing is with the steel design, they think this thing can hold up for years to come and not have to, like the bandstand, which we saw was what's happened to the bandstand, had to be rebuilt. The steel grove should have staying power, and the grove, which comes from the tree area that was near Buffalo Lake. I mean, there's still plenty of trees out there, just not where they're currently at right now.
I think Maple Grove was in the running, but they chopped down most of the maple trees to make it. So I think that one, they took that one out because I thought that Lost Trails would have been a good name.
Walk in the
because they
Woods,
took all the trails that was in that area away.
Yeah.
Buffalo Lake Amphitheater, or the amp at Buffalo Lake would have worked great for me. Or just call it like, and I said, if we're gonna, it just goes completely away from Elizabethtown's usual naming stuff. Like this isn't just like this is complete swerve J turn on Dixie in snow, for lack of a better term, because this is just not even out of right field. This is a ball coming from the fans, not even in right field. This is not even on the field. So this,
what I've chosen? I chose to believe on it. Steel really stands for people say I'm playing the guitar, or they'll say, I don't know. I feel like it has more to do with the musical instrument. Instruments
design,
and the
design's cool. Like there is no amphitheater that like you can, if you've been to Iroquois Park. I've been in the one at Disney. I've seen the one at Kings Island. There's nothing that looks like this. So it is a unique steel design. So
it looks really cool, I think.
It does. I mean, I think it's going to stand out when you go there. You'll remember it.
Yeah, but guys, if you want to learn more about this, we have a 25-minute video where we all talked about it, and a pretty long article. If you don't want to watch the video, the article is based on the video transcript. So you can just go to hardinlocal.com. You'll have to sign up as a member to read this one, but
free. No credit cards, but if you want to give me yours, I can help what happens next. But anyway, moving on. Iron Brigade Gym. I can use one. Iron Brigade for not good showtime. It's now open. It is the address is not
1113 Alex Drive. I think.
So Alex Drive is not something that I'm really familiar with. However, the area is near that Valvoline First Christian Church Ring Road area. It's right there. You turn there. That's Alex Drive. I've lived there for 45 years. I wouldn't know that was Alex Drive until I went out there. Or 44 years. Will be 45 on Friday. Can't round up just yet. But Iron Brigade Gym, 113 Alex Drive. You can go to ironbrigadegym.net. They are on Facebook. I'm looking at their profile right now. Phone number is 270-370-24. On Instagram, it is Iron Brigade Gym. So if you just type it in, on your messenger, that should pop up. Email is ironbrigadegym@gmail.com. And on Instagram, it's iron_brigade_gym. But they are now open. They have posted a video. Staffed hours will be Monday and Tuesday, 8 to 7:30, Wednesday through Friday, 8 to 5:15, Saturday and Sunday. They're open in the mornings because it is family run, 7:30 to 1 o'clock. So they are open every day, just depending on the hours. But it looks really cool inside. I like the design. If you go to their page, there's all sorts of stuff. So, what'd you say?
You want to go listen? What?
I'll go look at them.
Here you go.
I'll look at the ones I was trying to lift. I was out there before, early months ago, but I do need to get back and see the full transformation. Obviously, our friends over at Club One East, they've got some new stuff too. Mm-hmm. And Fuel Fortress is opening in the former Joanne. So for people that want to stay healthy, you definitely have options in Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's owned by a husband and wife.
It is military. They are new style records downtown, just like Running Souls are retired and former military members have done a great job owning great businesses in E-Town.
Their website says Jared and Lindsay Graff are the owners of Iron Brigade Gym. They have been committed to fitness and healthy lifestyle for the past 12 years together. They envision sharing their knowledge and experience to the gym and local community members through cultivating an environment that's built on support, motivation, and camaraderie. I totally screwed that word up. Ensuring that every member feels welcome, empowered, and inspired to achieve their full potential. So, yeah.
Welcome them. I mean, they've been
Welcome
for a few months.
I've been seeing their posts. They've been tagging us. So
Yeah, they've done a great job. They've kept people up to date and let people know. This is out of the four. This is the one I was most excited about. Baskin Robbins now open. Woo! I went. I was one of the first 50 people. I do have a nice pink T-shirt now. Already has a nice color changing thing. But the new location is 980 Ring Road. Basically, if you know where that Dollar General is at Ring Road and Patriot Parkway, where the new Kroger is, right next door. There's a building there. They're helping to bring in somebody else. So Amy Elder Green has asked me to ask if, and it's nice to have a realtor on the show. Hi, Rachel. If you know a restaurant that would like to move out there, they are looking for the right partner. They're taking somebody that doesn't do a bakery, doesn't do ice cream. So like a pizza place, hint, hint, several people. They would love to have you. Their rents are that they don't have a hardcore rent. They're like, okay, we want $20,000 a month. We want $10,000. They will work with you depending on what you want. But they would love to have somebody else out there join them. Just not another ice cream place. But hey, we were here first. This is our territory. But the inside's a lot bigger. I love the different type of seating they had. And then outside too is they had cornhole. They had child size. They had roundup chairs. They had giant Connect 4. It's going to be a place that sports teams and families can go chill. Go in, and then go outside and chill and just relax. And they said they have a lot more ideas, movie nights. They want to expand. They own that hill too, so they can do some more stuff down that hill. So I like it. I think especially when Kroger opens in 2 weeks, they're going to be banging. This is the one that used to be at same owners as the one that used to be across from Governor's Manor and the hospital, or at Governor's Manor, not across from. But they were at Governor's Manor for over 50 years. But Amy Elder Green and her husband, and they're now on Ring Road, and they are open. And finally, sad news, very sad, Spring Haven, which is the state-certified domestic violence shelter and outreach clinic located here in E-Town. It provided free and confidential service to survivors of intimate partner abuse for over 40 years. Due to severe financial instability and the sudden loss of primary funding streams, it will be closing as of June 30th, 2026. It was a critical safety net for thousands of survivors and their children, primarily served the Lincoln Trail Area Development District, which includes Hardin, obviously, Nelson, Marion, LaRue, Washington, Meade, Grayson, and Quebec. I do not think this is something where Jeff and E-Town or Phil's dad, this is not something where they can just bail them out and throw some money at it. This is a very different situation. The mayor of E-Town and the judge executive, their hands are very tied here. So
this is like a nonprofit.
Yeah,
that's
so let's keep
trouble.
that in mind. Yeah. So let's keep that in mind.
Not like a government.
Yeah, we're not coming after. Like, well, why didn't you save them? Well, they can't. So.
Yeah, they made some poor choices, and as a result, sadly, it will close. Hopefully, and we're here at Hardin Local too. We're all about helping. If anybody's trying to launch a new shelter or kind of take that place, let us know. We'll help promote it and do whatever we can to help get it launched quickly to take the place of this shelter. It's very important to our community, I think.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And I'm sure they helped thousands of women and children and the people that work there too that lost their jobs. So it hits hard.
It does.
It does. I hope to see, if you, I guess, as our audience are aware of other options, we would love to share those, as this one closes, other options here in our community that people that need this resource can seek out for support.
Is it Silverleaf or Silver Grove? Isn't there a Silverleaf that does the similar thing?
Silverleaf is different. That's the sexual abuse.
Okay.
It's similar, but it's not. This one's domestic violence. The other one's sexual abuse. So yeah.
Not exactly the same, but Silverleaf Sexual Trauma Recovery Services is our official title.
Yeah. We've already talked about Steel Grove, what it is and what people should know, but we got a couple comments here. I figured we'd review people that answered some of our questions there. That said, here's Carrie. They could do the Steel Grove at Buffalo Lake.
That might. I think that would probably appease some people.
Yeah.
Or Steel Grove at Elizabethtown or of Elizabethtown, just to kind of just.
Yeah. And then
Agreed.
Snow Dogs.
It's going to be bigger than Iroquois. It's also like I was pointing out, Damien Productions, Bourbon and Beyond, Louder Than Life. But they have major ties to acts. This should draw. Like I'm not worried that this is going to turn into this glorified karaoke shows. I mean, this is going to be. And there's a time and place for the tribute bands. There really is. Yeah, that's what I said. I said it. Steel Grove sounds like where you would tailgate at a Steelers game, or maybe that's the area where they make steel. I don't blame people for thinking that, because I ask people at work. I ask 10 different people at work, when you think of Steel Grove, what do you think of? A, an amphitheater, Elizabeth, Kentucky. B, Pittsburgh Steelers, or where you make steel in Pittsburgh. Or C, where you would listen to steel drums on a Caribbean or Royal cruise. Not a single person said that. I mean, maybe that's the point, is to make them change their thinking, but nobody leaned, oh yeah, that makes sense.
And also with the Baskin Robbins story you're talking about, and Kroger coming, all going down that way on Ring Road. Do you think that's a new growth corridor in town heading down?
Oh, definitely. It's a huge growth corridor. They were reminded they will have a grand opening that we have been invited to. They love our team. They would love us to argue over which of the top flavors that they have. And I'm always up for ice cream. So yeah, I think we can make that do with that, whether it's just a video or going live or whatever.
That was one of my high school jobs. I worked at Baskin Robbins for years. So I'll have some thoughts on that.
Yeah, those kids were having fun. I like their uniforms too. They had the World Cup style soccer light blue uniforms.
Cool.
But it was very cool.
Speaking of the World Cup, guys, you should go to hardinlocal.com and scroll down. It's like in the top. I got a whole panel on the World Cup. Like it's like shows you when USA plays next, shows you all the stats and everything. And the USA is doing really good, so you should watch the World Cup.
But as far as growth corridor, definitely, because they want maybe one or two businesses to join them. You have all of the outlots coming to Kroger. I don't think I've seen anything been announced yet, so the business buzz will be buzzing soon once people start moving in there, because I think there's upwards of 6 that are coming. There's 6 open lots, which we usually know will be a bank, a restaurant, something like that. So a lot more options, a lot more jobs, a lot more growth. But yeah, that's a huge area. And you have the roundabout that people, they love it, they hate it. Mostly hate it.
Mostly I've just seen like semi drivers not like it, which makes sense.
Yeah, I bet they're not really designed for that. I've been through it several times, especially every time I've been through either going to Dollar General there or going to Baskin Robbins and checking out the growth. But I haven't had a problem with it, but I also have a really small car. We have a Versa, so we can zoom through anything.
All right, Nate. Thank you for that.
Play this in town, it already knows it's Nate's Buzz. Yeah. Business Buzz.
Thank you, Nate. I appreciate you sharing all that. It is time to get into the housing market update.
Oh, yes. That's my cue.
I mean, it's okay. We can skip it.
Rachel's got the numbers, who's buying, who's selling, what's hot on the block. Hardin County housing market update. Hey!
Perfect. Awesome. And I was pulling up real quick. I added a little something here and I forgot to send it to you, Phil. So, hey guys, I am Rachel Brantingham and I'm here with your weekly Hardin County housing update, where we take a look at what's happening in the Hardin County housing market and more importantly, what those trends mean for you and our local community. This week's headline: more homes, more choices, but buyers continue moving when the right opportunity appears. So let's dive in a little bit. So we had 36 new listings come to the market this week. 23 homes went under contract and 13 families moved into their new home. That puts us at 3.6 months of inventory community-wide. And something I wanted to share with you, I pulled up this on my phone. So I found it interesting as I was talking to my team, because my team all covers different price points. And so I was asking them their opinions on the market conditions currently. And it's interesting because they all kind of have specialties. I have some agents that work in the luxury price point, others that specialize more in first-time home buyers. So I thought adding this for you guys would be beneficial. So to give you kind of an idea, that 3.6 months of inventory is overall Hardin County wide. Breaking that down, under the $250,000 price point, we've actually got 2.6 months of inventory on the market. So if you are selling a home in that under $250,000 category, it is a seller's market all day. You're probably going to see multiple offers. You're going to get the most for your property. Okay. Between 250 and 400,000, currently there are 3.7 months of inventory on the market, starting to slow off just a hair. That's a very balanced market. So you're going to see some homes go very, very quickly. Others are going to take a little bit longer to sell. Over the 400,000 mark, Hardin County wide, it's 4.8 months of inventory. So now we're actually shifting towards a buyer's market. We're not in a true buyer's market, but it is very close to one. So there's a lot of inventory available in that price point, and you're starting to see some of those longer days on market there. And then, of course, as you get into the luxury, it is a buyer's market all day. So just know that if you're entering the market as like a luxury listing, it's going to be very slow. There's actually 13 months of inventory on that market. So it is a buyer's market all day long. So I wanted to share those with you. Going back up, there are 407 active listings available in Hardin County right now if you're getting ready to go start searching. 113 homes sold over the last 30 days. And the average days on market is 70. Average list price came in at $360,810, while the average sold price was $336,093. The median sold price increased to $315,000, which is a big jump. We've been in the 290s for a while now. So some of those higher, more expensive homes are finally selling. And that's why we see that big drop increase there in that price. It's continuing to demonstrate strength in home values throughout Hardin County. With 407 active homes, 113 sold over the last 30 days. Of course, inventory wide, we're at 3.6 months. Like I said, I just kind of broke that down into categories. You know, our average price point being $315,000. Anything under that is going to move fast. We've seen multiple offers across the market in the last couple of weeks. So just know you're going to move quickly as you edge up from that $315,000. You're going to see longer time on market, and we're leaning a little bit more towards a buyer market. More inventory means more choices. So back in late April, Hardin County had about 339 active homes. Today, that has grown to 407. That's nearly a 20% increase in available inventory in less than 2 months. I think it's interesting, though, that we're still sitting at 72 days on market. That 72 days on market means that homes are moving quickly, but there's just a lot of people looking to sell. I think we had a time period where people were either unable to sell or they didn't know where they would go if they did sell. We had a lot of that where people said the home doesn't fit us anymore, that we've outgrown it or we need to downsize. However, we don't know where we would go because of the interest rates. We're seeing a lot of people now take advantage of this hotter season, housing season, and they're putting their homes on the market. But, with that 20% increase in available inventory, it's the first time in several years buyers have meaningful choices. They're no longer forced into split-second decisions on every property. They can compare homes, evaluate condition, weigh location, and find the property that truly fits their family. This may sound like a slowing market, but that's not what we're seeing. Buyers haven't disappeared. They're simply shopping different. Prices continue showing strength. The stat that caught my attention this week was actually the median sold price climbing up there to $315,000. Historically, when inventory rises, we'd expect downward pressure on pricing. That's not happening. Values continue showing resilience because demand remains strong for homes buyers see as offering exceptional value. More choices, but buyers are still willing to compete for the right property. The biggest shift today, the market is no longer forgiving. During the pandemic years, nearly every home sold fast, regardless of condition or pricing. Not anymore. Today's buyers are sophisticated and informed. Homes that are priced appropriately, prepared thoughtfully, professionally marketed, and presented well keep moving quickly. Homes that miss on price, condition, or presentation are sitting longer and needing strategic adjustments. In a lot of ways, it's a return to that more traditional market. So if you're considering selling and you aren't listing a home that is under $250,000, take your time. That is my key for sellers. And honestly, buyers, you already know that there's plenty of inventory to look through. So you don't have to rush to a decision either. But sellers, it is more important than ever to do the touch-up painting. Make sure the landscaping looks fresh. get your home presented well, and you're going to need someone who knows how to market that property and make it stand out for the inventory, the amount of inventory. It is not, things are not, we're not in a poor market whatsoever. We're in a really great market. It's a good market to sell, but you just have to be very thoughtful about it. Kind of skipping.
What do you think about, Rachel, I had a question, with the inventory up so high, but prices still climbing, how does that happen at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, the value of homes that are being listed, like I said, I think it dials back to kind of what happened here over the last 2 years. I think there were a lot of homes that tried to sell. They had them on the market for a short amount of time. Maybe they weren't able to get what they wanted for it. And then the buyer pool has been so limited. So now we're kind of easing back into that really consistent market where things are moving more traditionally. And so I think there's a lot of homes that we're like, well, we can't sell, because we have nowhere to go because of interest rates being in the 8s. And so I think you have a lot of inventory hitting. But I think it is some of those higher priced homes that weren't able to sell in past years finally coming to the market. And you have that increase in cost of goods. I mean, we've seen inflation. I think homes are continuing to increase in value. So you have just a little bit of that as well.
Yeah, I think what I need to do is create a chart that shows, because we don't have one that shows like number of listings next to, what would you call it?
The price, median sale
Well, there's
price.
like way more being added every week. The inventory's going up, but there's also a lot more buying going on too.
Yes.
Than like in the winter. So it'd be cool to see those numbers next to each other or whatever, I think.
When I think adding the months of inventory for the price range, because it was so interesting. I was talking to my team, kind of a lot of what the comments have been on the housing market updates, because every individual, all of you guys, including every agent, has their own perspective on what the market looks like because it's what they're experiencing. And so I was like, wait a minute, what is a differentiator here? And it really dialed into the price point, right? You all as owners of homes and the communities that you're living in, the streets that you reside in, are seeing what's happening in that price point. And same with agents, like, some of my agents, they cover luxury and some first-time home buyers. And anyway, so I think I'd like to also break down months of inventory based on pricing, Phil, because if I'm a seller that's getting ready to list my home and I'm going to be listing at 500,000 or 600,000, it helps to know that we are technically in a buyer's market if you are listing in that price point. So you need to be a lot more strategic. You need to be a lot more aggressive. You're not going to be able to list as high. But hell, if you're listing under 250,000, it is your day, all day, every day. So
cool. But I guess that's interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, and of course, interest rates. They are still sitting in like conventional is about a 6.5. USDA, FHA, VA, those are all right at the high fives, 5.85 to 5.99. I really think that we've adapted. I'm not hearing from any of our buyers that they're waiting for price drop or interest rate drops anymore. Everyone has kind of settled into the fact that this is the new norm and they're adjusting. It seems like those days of like, oh, we're waiting for interest rates to drop back down into the 3s, that those have passed. People aren't waiting any longer. They're making the move that makes sense for their family. All right, so that's kind of, go ahead.
No, just now with that 6% with the government and the conventional, is that number contributing to people more buying regardless, or how does that kind of help with people buying?
Well, we've seen spurts where there's a lot more pending in a week than others, and I think you can almost measure where it is exactly timed with where there's like a decrease in interest rates, and so everybody kind of like locked in their rate quickly and then found that right home. So I do think that interest rates ebbing and flowing impacts the market movement. But like I said, overall, the general scheme, the general group of buyer pool, they're not waiting any longer. We're not seeing that slight interest rate change adjusting their behavior anymore. All right, guys, I will continue to monitor that inventory level because that to me is the most interesting thing that I will be watching is as we see that inventory continue to increase and it's not being soaked up, what is that doing to the existing inventory that's already on the market? So I'm interested to continue watching these trends, and Phil, excited to get with you. We'll build out a couple more things that kind of help keep buyers and sellers informed.
Yes.
Rachel, I would talk retail real estate. Last week I did talk about 2 downtown places. I went to 109 North Mulberry German American Cafe, which is probably located at 109 North Mulberry.
Are you sure?
German American Cafe. Just a hunch. I also tried out Bluegrass Meats, which is now in the old Dairy Queen, but you now are helping a property that I've been involved with before, the Dowan building downtown. Which, if you want to be downtown, we know downtown is growing. John sees it all the time. We've got Riders that's going on, Nicey's renovations, other places going on, and now you're helping with Dowan. What kind of business could go to Dowan, do you think?
Yeah. So the main level space is it's handicap accessible. It's got a big lobby in the front. It's got a conference room. It's got 3 separate offices with a kitchenette and a public restroom. That space, there's parking right across the street behind JR Neighbors. Of course, you have the courthouse parking in the rear. So it's got plenty of parking in that area. That would be amazing for an attorney, an office of any kind, really. That would be a great spot. It's right there next to is that the Dreamery right next door?
The Dreamery's right next door.
Yeah. So, really anything could go in there. It's just a great little spot. And then upstairs, we're doing something that's kind of unique and different. I'm super excited about this. It's a community working space. So basically, you rent an office and it's at a much reduced rate. We've got them at different prices. You have your own keypad for access, and you can go there anytime, day or night. Included in your rent is, of course, all the utilities. We've already rented several of the doors, so we just have a couple left down there. But it's pretty cool. We're bringing in some of those individual business owners, entrepreneurs that don't need the overhead of a massive commercial space. They just need a space to get out of their home and go work. And there's again public restrooms, a little kitchenette upstairs. It's a cool little space with lots of natural light. So for the downtown area, I think I don't know, for me, whenever I'm downtown, I get really excited. And I think bringing business owners who don't need all of the overhead down there just creates some energy that you don't find anywhere else. So it's a pretty cool project. If you want more information on it, Brantingham Properties is doing all the leasing on that. So you're welcome to call my cell number. We actually have 4 other commercial buildings that are coming up. Will be available for lease as well. So if you're looking for commercial space, whether you're thinking about opening a restaurant, I've got 2 coming that are downtown, almost right across from the new hotel that's going to be built. And so that is going to be an incredible location for a commercial business. Of course, we've got the one on North Mulberry Street. 912 still has some space for lease. So yeah, there's a lot of commercial opportunity going on in the community.
We'll have to do like a commercial segment one time. Not often, but it'd be cool to have a map. It'd be cool for us to show a map of different commercial properties out there that are available. I think that could be helpful.
I'd love that.
People.
I think it will.
Absolutely.
Oh, here's a question from Pam, if anybody knows the answer to this one.
Oh,
Did they ever find the 3 missing plaques?
I heard no. John, obviously you're downtown a lot more than I am. Is that still a no?
I think it's still a no. Yeah, I haven't heard about them finding any of them. I think they're not going to find them, probably.
I don't think
They
so
already
either.
melted those.
I think they're already gone, unfortunately.
Well, Rachel, thank you
Any
for
other
those
comments?
Updates. But does anybody else have any before I play your jingle? No. Let's hit.
Just say I'm good.
Okay.
Just stuff my face. But I appreciate when Scott hears it because I am diabetic, and you saw stuff in my face there, and I do have the neck scab, which has that familiar beat. But I did eat, so I should be fine.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, we're at the end of our segment for today. So before we wrap up, Phil, let's scroll through those comments. Anything else we needed to respond to?
We have a couple more that I hadn't done. One was, if you're still out there watching, let us know. Drop a comment real quick. Snow Dogs Food Trucks said, they were having flashbacks earlier. I forget why they were having flashbacks, but that's still cool. And then Pam also said, wow, which is great. We thank you, Pam, for saying wow. She also just told us that she asked about the plaques. And she also just said that she's keeping her eye out for them. If I see
Thank you.
Good job. And this one is the last one. Is Steel Grove the investor group?
There is a Steel Grove investor group. It is 2 words. Ours is 1 word. But yeah, if you go to stillgrove.com, it takes you to the Memphis, Tennessee based. Ours is Steel Grove Amp. The website is up. That's where I saw the photo for the first time of the rendering of the potential ice skating stuff, which I think would be cool. I mean, I think, like we said, this is not just concerts, festivals. There's so much you can do. We know Iroquois. Yeah, there we go. SteelGroveAmp.com. Know it, learn it, love it. But I think I've been to Iroquois Park for the jack-o'-lanterns. I'm sure other people have as well. I believe that this could be if Christmas in the park is our drive-through experience, I think Steel Grove could be our walk-through, fire pits, ice skating, carolers, what have you. I think it opens up all sorts of possibilities, not just for a Thursday, Saturday concert type of thing.
That's for sure. That's all of them,
All right.
Rachel, that I have.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, here's how you can stay connected again with Hardin Local. Of course, as we mentioned at the beginning, visit hardinlocal.com. All our links and event calendars, past episodes, and the free newsletter sign up. Take the time, go make an account. It's absolutely free. We're on Spotify. Free. We're on
The more people that can
Spotify.
have say free all at once, I can turn it into a promotional short video.
Free.
So come on, guys.
Oh, yeah,
It's free.
yeah.
It's free.
We'll say it.
Free. Hardinlocal.com. All right.
All right, and you know this, but we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. So please follow us and make sure you tell a friend. And follow us on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, and of course, hit the follow button on Facebook. Elections, once again, one more time on our spotlight, candidates running opposed in November. Get your free interview. Go to hardinlocal.com/elections and register before July 5th. This is the last call we will be making for this. So, and to you business owners, if you want to get in front of Hardin County like our sponsors do, visit hardinlocal.com/sponsor, or of course, text Bill at 270-312-2910. This really does move the needle. We had our Josh with the pest control on the other day, and guys, there's no mice in my building. They are all 100% gone. He got us all taken care of. And if I hadn't connected with him on here, I wouldn't have ever had him to call, and he's been amazing. So thank you to our sponsors who have done so far. And if you want to get in front of us and our audience, make sure to reach out to Phil. So big thank you to Scott, John, Nate, Phil, and to everyone watching. Thank you for being part of the Hardin Local community. We'll see you next Tuesday, same time, same place. Until then, support local, stay connected,
And
just be kind.
just be kind. And we'll see you next
have a
Tuesday.
great week, everyone.
Happy birthday, Tinker.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
Week, everyone. You'd cut out a little, Rachel, so I was like finishing it, but you cut back in.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, we'll see you guys.
Bye, guys.
See you guys next week.
Bye, guys.